Yo, these are 10 more tips that every editor should know in Premiere Pro. Number 1 is turning your folders into bins. So instead of just dragging all of your files in one at a time, did you know you can actually just go back to your folder and drag it in by itself, and it'll put all of your files in together all at once. Don't have to worry about dragging each one at a time. Easy. Number 2 is scene edit detection. If you're editing a video that's already been edited, it's annoying having to recut the areas that already have been cut in the video. Did you know if you just right click it, go to scene edit detection, hit the check mark next to apply a cut at each detected cut point, Premiere Pro will go through your video and scan for where it thinks a cut should happen, and it'll add the cut for you. It's like magic, saves so much time. Number 3 is the button editor on the program monitor. On your program monitor, if you go to the very far right to this little plus button over here, you'll notice that if you click on it, it gives you more options for what you get put on your little program monitor toolbar area. And there's a lot of good things in here actually. I recommend trying them out. The way you actually put them on there is that you click and drag it and just drag it onto your program toolbar area and then boom, it'll stay there. Number 4 is the looping button. Navigate to your button editor, open the menu, drag this little icon to your program monitor toolbar, and now you can use the looping button. The way this works is that if you put in and out points anywhere on your timeline and press the looping button, it'll only play in that area and it'll loop whenever it goes to the very end of it. This is clutch when you're trying to review a certain part of your edit, but don't feel like moving the playhead back over and over and over and over and over again. Number 5 is using default transitions. If you ever needed to add a fade to your video, instead of going to the effects tab and searching for the, all the transitions, what you can do instead is just right click on your clip on the very edge of it and then hit apply default transitions. This will automatically apply a fade to your video and audio. This also works for transitioning between 2 different clips as well. Number 6 is auto matching audio levels with normalizing peaks. Oftentimes in Premiere, you'll have a lot of audio clips that just don't match. Some will be really quiet and some will be really loud. The way you can match it instantly is if you select them all, right click, and go to audio gain, and then choose normalize audio peaks. After doing so, Premiere will try to match your audio for you. It might not be perfect, but it's better than having to do it manually for each one. Number 7 is selection follows playhead. Sometimes you're in Premiere Pro and you're editing and you'll move the playhead and it'll select something else instead of the one you originally had selected, and that can be pretty annoying sometimes. To prevent this, just go to sequence and then uncheck where it says selection follows playhead. And now whenever you move your playhead, it won't select any other clips. And if you want to turn it back on again, it's the exact same way. Now you can edit in peace. Number 8 is adjustment layer effects. There's some effects in Premiere Pro that actually takes over your video, like the gradient effect. If you put on adjustment layer, you'll still be able to see your video and not have to worry about, it getting taken over by the effect. You can use this for the gradient effect, you can use this for the lens flare effect, you can use this for color grading, you can use this for basically whatever you want. Number 9 is mouse wheel movement. In Premiere Pro, if you move your mouse wheel, it'll move you horizontally across your timeline. If you hold control while moving the mouse wheel, it'll move you vertically. This lets you maneuver across the timeline so much easier, as opposed to just using this little bar thingy down here. And finally, number 10 is saving everything with the project manager. Let's say you were editing and you weren't exactly sure if you actually saved all of your files in one spot. There's actually an easy way to make sure of that in Premiere Pro. What you do is you go to File, Project Manager, make sure your project is selected, and then make sure that Collect Files and Copy to New Location is selected, and then hit Browse, choose a spot where you want to save all of your project at, and then boom. Note that this is saving literally everything that's already in your project, so it's going to copy all of your videos, audio, everything you have in your project file and move it to that spot, so make sure you have space for it.